All right, welcome folks to Cooking with Tea, part of our annual educational series here at Whitestone's World Teas. We do so much with tea. Tea is definitely the hub of who we are, and some of the spokes would include cooking with tea, obviously drinking tea, our tea gifts, catering, our tea education programs, which this would definitely be one of our spokes. So I'm glad you made it. Thank you. I'm going to show you a few items for easy, quick little ways to cook with tea and to kind of inject that extra flavor into your dinner party or if you're cooking for your family. So I'm going to start with one of our favorites here. I'm going to make some olive tapenade. And I don't expect you to remember all this. I've got some recipe cards back here, so on your way out I'd be happy to share these recipes. And all the teas that we're cooking with we have available as well in the cafe. So if you'd like to venture out on your own and try some of these recipes, you're welcome to. So I'm going to start with some olive tapenade. I like to serve olive tapenade on pita bread. I think olive tapenade, and it kind of reminds me of my heritage. Part Greek and grew up eating a lot of olives and feta and kind of those salty flavors, so I really love this, and I always like to have some sort of that that kind of flavors on my menu somewhere. I'm going to use a couple different kinds of garlic. I'm going to include fresh garlic, and I think 2 or 3 pieces is enough, but I also love to use roasted garlic. The roasted garlic, it's so easy to make. Just take your garlic, top it off with blended oil, just barely covering, and you're going to cover this with plastic wrap and aluminum foil, and put it in your oven for 45 minutes at 345 degrees. Pull it out, let it rest, and you get this really nutty, wonderful kind of flavor with roasted garlic. And the oil itself, that's really nice to get in there as well. It's going to add some extra flavor. So some roasted garlic, some lemon juice. Juice of 1 lemon is probably enough. And some extra virgin olive oil as well. So extra virgin olive oil, it's a flavoring oil. We don't cook with extra virgin olive oil because it has a really low flash point. And if you put it in a pan, it's gonna singe and it's not gonna taste very good. So we really use extra virgin olive oil maybe after we're done sauteing our vegetable. If you want to have that flavor in there, you can pour it in afterwards. And just like to pulse my olive tapenade until it's kind of chunky. I can take this all the way to very, very smooth in the machine, but I prefer kind of rustic. I prefer that I can see the chunks and I can see the ingredients that live in there. I just think it looks nicer on the plate. Oh, that's plenty. So when you get this, you'll see that when you taste this, you'll see that it's kind of chunky and rustic, and you can kind of sometimes maybe get a whole bite of olive, or you get more than just, it's not just a paste where you can't really identify what you're eating. And I like to put some of our lapsang smoked chicken, prepare that. Lapsang is a Chinese black tea. It is smoked over pine wood. It's very smoky. Some of our really die-hard tea drinkers drink it every day. We cook with it. We marinate our chicken overnight in a dry rub of the tea leaves themselves, and we add some other things, garlic and paprika and some different flavors. And then the next day we poach the chicken. We actually steam it in our steaming oven, and it gives it a nice light smoky flavor. And when you use black tea, particularly lapsang, as marinating agent, the tannins inside the tea kind of help break down the fibers of the chicken, make it more tender. So I'm going to pass some of these around. Here you are. Probably really garlicky. too.
Of course.
Yeah, why not? Care for one? Is this?